just got down here to the spot, and pretty exhausting walk in with all the high grass. I'm going to sit here for a little bit, just kind of soak it all in, drink some water, and got several places in this little woods area that I'm thinking about building a shelter. So I'm just going to decide on which one I want. So what I'm looking to do is tie up a ridge pole between two trees. So I got this tree here, and I got this big tree right here. So I could tie a ridge pole, then make a raised bed in between. In this area right here, I could possibly put a fire pit. I mean, there's some tree cover, but for the most part, it's open. There's nothing dead over this area, so this spot might work out. There's a stack of cinder blocks. Oh, they've probably been down here forever. So I'm going to use those as my fire pit. I'm going to carry some cinder blocks over there. This place is thick. Thick. Everything's still damp. We've had a lot of rain and storms here lately. But I should be able to get something going. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon, Saturday. So I've got all day to get a camp built, get a fire going, cook some food, and enjoy it. This tree's fell, it's dead. And it's pretty solid. I think that's going to work just fine as long as it's long enough. So I'm going to cut a section out of that for my ridge pole. Nice. Perfect. So I've got two different lengths of paracord, because this tree's pretty big, pretty round. I'm going to do a Canadian jam knot. I'm going to tie it off to itself with just an overhand knot. Obviously, I'm not too far from the road, which actually I am, the main road. That siren is just echoing all the way down here. I'm about 1.5 miles off the road at least, because it's almost a 1/4 mile walk down here. And the private drive, the lady that lives on this property, her house is like at least 1/2 mile off the road, so that siren's carrying all the way down here. Sometimes no matter what you do, you can't get away from it. What I want to do is clear this area. Right here where this log's laying, that's probably gonna be my fire pit. I'm gonna bring cinder blocks over here. I mean, it's fairly open. I mean, I might damage the top of some of these trees, but I'm not gonna have that big a fire. It's too hot for that. My fire is mainly just for cooking, and at night to have some light. Everybody loves to sit by the fire, right? So I just want to get all this debris out of here. Anything that might get in my way. Everything's damp. The ground is soaked. I'm not worried about catching the woods on fire. And I could possibly get rained on today. So I gotta get this shelter up quick. We had a huge thunderstorm yesterday at my house. I probably didn't see none of that. Right here was where that log was laying. This is what I gotta get cleared out. Get some support poles. This is the back of the shelter. It's gonna come down. This big stump might be in my way, but I think I can work around that. I'm not gonna try to do it all the way across because I'm gonna have a tarp, okay? So I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or so poles going down in the back. Okay, this is that's long enough for me to lay in. If I put my head toward the big tree, my feet down here. Should be good. My tarp's big enough. I'll have like a little swinging doorway right there, hopefully. All right, so now my main concern is getting my raised bed made. So I gotta go find some decent sized logs that aren't just completely rotten. I'm gonna make a raised bed right here. There's so much to these woods that I can't even begin to show it to you, to show you all of it. Right here's a prime piece of firewood, a dead standing tree. Right here. So I'm gonna take that down. And then I found this tree here. It's kind of rotten. Looks like it's got ant holes or termite holes all in it. This tree's dead. I'm taking it. There's really not a lot of standing dead, and everything that's on the ground is rotten. Well, that did a lot of good, all that chopping, didn't it? Cedar, man, it is solid. It came up by the roots. It came up by the roots after all that swinging. Let's test her out one time. Black flies need to go on. I am exhausted. I am exhausted. You wouldn't believe how hard it has been to find solid dead that's not rotten, that'll support me. So Mother Nature's gonna have to forgive me on this one, but I cut living. I don't want to lay on anything that's got ants all in it, especially the top boughs. Now I'm just being a little bit of OCD. Next thing I'm going to do is we'll cut off several pieces of paracord. Give myself plenty, about 2 feet. I'm going to use this paracord to tie off my tarp to the back of this shelter. Man, I'm sticky, I'm hot. I've got an extra pair of socks, extra pair of underwear, an extra t-shirt, and baby wipes. So after I get everything done, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go 5. I'm going to use the grommets, or try to, that are on the tarp. Starting to feel a little bit like home. Just a simple tie off. Just make you a bite like this. Go into the grommet and then run your running end through like that. I just realized that if it pours down rain, I'm screwed because I didn't have my bed up underneath it enough. So I moved it all back. Now I got to put it back. So I just slid it back in further. And I had to restake it. Look at that, fits like a glove. I did not measure that at all. Oh yeah. No peasant life for Ryan over here. It's gonna take too many bricks, and I'm tired of carrying these suckers. For sure. I am absolutely exhausted. Yep, it's thundering. It's definitely coming. Wiped down, changed my underwear, my socks, and my shirt, and wiped down pretty good. So I am absolutely starving, man. Absolutely starving. I got some combos that I'm going to snack on, and a beer. This beer that I have is Dead Guy Ale, Rogue Dead Guy Ale, 6.8%. I got 3 of those. I am absolutely starving. For my dinner tonight, I have smoked sausage, and I'm going to put those on a stick, set them in 2 Y branches, and skew them on the Barbie. Skewed on the Barbie. Man, the flies are absolutely ridiculous. I also have some rice, some yellow rice. I added some seasoning in there, garlic, steak spice, a little bit of red pepper flakes. So I'm gonna boil a pot of rice and then cook those sausages. It is warm, humid. I've been hearing cracks of thunder all back behind me, but and I even had a few raindrops, but nothing crazy yet. Ugh. I better be careful because my calorie levels are like down here. It's pretty sweet. 1 ice pack kept those beers cold. There's plenty of wood out here, man. Plenty. It's just everything's holding the moisture from all the rain that we've gotten. Everything is super damp. I had a fire still fail, which is not what I wanted. I probably should have took more time and tried to find some drier tinder, but I didn't. So I used a lighter. The bugs are so bad, man. I shouldn't even wasted my time wiping myself off and changing my shirt. I'm already drenched.